Hello, loves. This is Claudia with Olivos Art Studio. We have a pick a card. We have our card for the week for the collective and our astrology. I also have my book here to work on. So if you want to work along with this, with a book where you're keeping track of the different cards that you're getting today, you will get 3 cards. You can get this book on Olivos Art Studio. I haven't had time, y'all. I've not had time. The ship arrives with a container with our treasures, arrives tonight, really like tomorrow, because it's at 1 a.m. is when it's scheduled to arrive. And then it has to go through customs and all that. Send us all your light. I need all the energy that is high, vibing high, and the more magical, so that our things get to us without a problem and cost. That's a huge thing, you all. So appreciate you sending good vibes for that. So things should get here. Wednesday would be the best total miracle. Thursday is okay, and then Friday I would start getting nervous because every day it stays at port we get charged. So anyhow, send us all your good vibes and prayers, and let's see. Thank you, Spirit. What is the message for the collective? Oh, Kuyen. So of course, it's what do you feel? This is ancestors and past lives is her main energy for this deck. However, as an example, for me at this time, I feel it is her welcoming me to Chile. Ooh, I just got butterflies in my tummy because she is a Chilean, one of the very many Native American, but the largest are the Incas and the Mapuche here in Chile. And so I thank you, Spirit, for this drumming, this welcome, because I said once things are here, it'll really feel like we've moved here, right? I wonder if I have her as a altar card. I do suggest you use the altar cards here instead. Oh, you did not see that. The altar card here to use rather than I have my altar cards right here. Rather than the cards from the deck so they don't get damaged. But I don't know if I have Cuyen. I know I don't have all of them here in Chile with me. At any rate, go ahead and look at this card. This was chewed up by Snoopy when he was a puppy. Lalita. Okay, so that's what comes to you with Kuyen? What comes to your mind? And let's go ahead and do some bibliomancy for the collective with Kuyen, who is a goddess of she's a triple moon goddess. She has a beautiful story, so make sure to read up on her story. I'm just going to do some bibliomancy of just her message. Oh, Kuyen is from my first deck. That's why I couldn't find her in the other. The font in this one is so much bigger, but everything is shorter. All right, thank you, Spirit. There are issues, habits, and thoughts hindering you on your life path. Some behaviors and belief systems passed down may no longer serve you or those who'll come after. It's time to break those ties and cut those etheric cords. Look for answers from your ancestors. So I would look to this for myself, and the only thing I guess that comes to mind for me is any kind of thoughts that hinder my way of imagining a positive outcome, right? So like any kind of a worrywart type of either habits or just behaviors that have been passed down, that I learned from from my own mother. So that's the first thing that comes to mind for me, because and I am constantly these days redirecting my thoughts, because it's a huge thing, this container, and that's all I'm thinking about. So maybe that's where it lies for me. But what about with you? And again, the next cards that we pull for your pick a card and for the card for your astrology should also inform you. So my next that I choose also will inform me. Maybe I'm totally off with what I'm thinking for myself. You know what I mean? So right now, let's take a moment to breathe in and see which one of these is going to be for your pick a card. We have a wise owl. We have a mermaid. All these charms have been created from my clay original, and they all go with a certain goddess. But instead of my telling you, you can think too. What do you think about with it? Like fish. Well, also it's yellow. It's a yellow fish. Maybe to you it speaks of fertility. Maybe because it's yellow it speaks of joy. It looks a little bit like candy, so like sweetness, sweet joy. Do you know what I mean? Because in the book, in the workbook here, there is a space there for charm chosen, thoughts, and first impressions. So like I will choose, I was thinking I'd choose a fish or the mermaid, because of course I'm thinking of the container which is on the ship, right? And I do want to have that childhood joy when it arrives, without any weight of extra charges or extra time or blah blah blah. Missing items, broken items, all that stuff blocked. I just welcome this childhood joy. So I'm going to pick that one. And so then I would write that down. Why did I pick that one, right? Why did I pick this one? What were my first impressions? Welcoming joy, welcoming a moment of celebration and just giddiness, glee, whatever, that we experience as a child. It'll be really cool, neat, wow, to have all my treasures, my belongings that I've had in the U.S. to be here in Chile with me, a dream come true, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And then we pull everything together. All right, so we're going to start with the owl. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for a message. With the owl for wisdom. So like, for example, maybe for you chose the owl because it's glittery and elegant, and that has a story for you. So the stories are what make it the oracle. Circe, mistress of magical arts. Very interesting to come up with the owl, right? with Circe. I think today I'm not going to read you anything. Actually, we're just going to go with the image. So Circe, you can look up her story. Of course, you can look on Olivo's Art Studio and look up her story there. If you don't have the decks, make sure to get the deck if you don't have it. But I want you to focus on the image, just the image. What are you getting from this? Let me know in the comments whether you much rather I read a line, or do you like just this and having the space to delve into your own mystery and message of each card. If you chose the Mermaid, Ishtar, Queen of Sacred Wisdom, what do you see here? How does this image make you feel? How does she make you feel? Is she speaking to you? You can start with the words I love to begin with, which when communing with spirit and working with the energy, like for example of Ishtar, and say you want her to speak to you. Start with, I am the one who. I am the one who is there sharing my sacred wisdom. When you're paying attention, when you don't sift through your thoughts, when you understand that I speak to your heart, what is she saying to you? Okay. Here is the fish. If you, like myself, chose a fish. Ooh, Black Terra, fierce guardian. Thank you, Spirit. So to me, this means Spirit is guarding this whole process of the container. Ooh, I can hear like Kuyen in the background drumming as Black Terra on that ship in the waters. It starts to get dark now around 6. It's coming from Peru. And in these waters. And then with everything it has to go through until it all comes home. That's what it means to me. What about for you? Thank you, Spirit. I hope that you're all getting beautiful messages. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Now for earth, wind, water, and fire. What did I say? Fire, air, not wind, air, water, and earth. So if you are fire, Sekhmet, reminding you to speak the fierce truth. That's interesting. That is interesting. I feel like a similar energy going on with those two. Speak your fierce truth. Okay, and if you're air like myself, Daphne, protector of sacred paths. Oh, beautiful. Now, how does this speak to me in my situation? Again, I do believe that this whole path in my coming to Chile, which has taken me, a lifetime, and very actively the last 9 years, I can see how Spirit has been working through things. So even though I think, gosh, I wish I would have gotten here, when I came the first time 9 years ago, the container was like so much cheaper to have it sent, blah, 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 blah. And Spirit's reminding me, this was a sacred path. This had to be done this way. This is divine timing. And as such, even, the protection, all this protection, and like Kuyen drumming us home, and this path, because it doesn't end here, right? Just this morning I was talking to somebody and telling them how I've received some emails from people thinking I'm going to start my business here, but my business is largely in the U.S. and that's how we'll keep serving. I'll keep serving. I'm not gonna stop. It is a sacred path. It's only all to get better. All right, so that's how it spoke to me. By the way, my example is to help you see how you can use the cards to your own experience, your life, your novel, so mine is just a sample, but if you got this too, if you're air as well, what is your sacred path where Spirit is leading the way? It's protected, right? Okay, so for water, speaking of water, Saraswati with laughter is the best medicine. Reminded to harness your joy, harness the laughter, not just the joy. This is more even specifically for laughter as medicine. Can be as simple as, hey, what are you tuning into? Whether it be on social media, on Netflix, Hulu, whatever you watch, what are you tuning into? Could be that simple. Sometimes when I've been at my worst, I would sit there and listen to babies laugh and just baby things. It literally is healing, that there's laughter yoga and all kinds of things. Meditation, laughter meditation, I don't know. But yes, laugh. It has even been studied that when we smile, even if it's a fake smile in the beginning, it can eventually, bring you back into, the feeling, and it'll bring you back memories. And the smile, it's magical, right? Okay, and last but not least, hell, Oracle of Sacred Balance. Oracle of Sacred Balance. A beautiful, strong, empowering goddess for you. All right, loves, that is it. I hope that you are taking notes better than I am. I just started last week and I never did, and I don't know if I will this week again either, to be honest. So, but next week, that's my aim, to begin and to do it with you all on lives on TikTok too. Here and you can do this on your own. Again, you can get this on Olivo's Art Studio. Your 3 cards for the week, what stands out for you. And then the next page is, where you work with one particular goddess. In the back, you can have stickers, or you can print it out where you can just cut them up and paste them on. All right, I love you all so much. I hope you have a most beautiful week, and I will see you next week, and I'll be showing you that room full of stuff. I'm so excited. Love you. Besitos.